Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a glorious afternoon. Welcome to today's episode with me, Grace Derito, coach at Covadis Youth Hub. Today, we are learning about self-esteem. What is self-esteem? This refers to a combination of thoughts and feeling a person has about themselves. That internal sense of feeling good enough and believing that you have the ability to overcome obstacles. So I want to start by sharing a story about a Chinese warlord. Now, this warlord was called Xian. He was so good at his work that he was invited by a certain minister to help him fight enemy troops. Now, when he went there to the camp, he found the troops that he was to lead into the battle, resting. They had rested for 46 days. So he got so shocked and he decided that drastic times call for drastic measures. So he organized the troops. They crossed over the river into the battlefield. Now, when they got on the other side of the battlefield, he instructed this team to do three things. One, he instructed them to burn the bridge. Two, he instructed them to sink the boat. And number three, he instructed them to destroy the food reserves and only retain food for only 3 days, water for 3 days. Now, his team had only two options, either to go into the battle, fight and win, or perish. Either perish, be killed by the troop, or die of hunger. Now, from this story, we can learn about the determination, the self-conviction that this team had, because though they were outnumbered, the enemy troop had outnumbered them 10-1. This team went, fought, and won. And guess what? They took the boats, they picked their food reserves, and they went back in victory. Now, we can learn about determination, self-determination, self-conviction, believing in ourselves from that story. Now, today we said we are going to learn about self-esteem. Now, there are some causes. What causes self-esteem? Now, number one of the reasons that our esteems go down is due to unhappy childhood. Sometimes when we are young, if we had the significant adults maybe abusing us or neglecting us or bullying us, we get very low self-esteem. The other reason why we have people with self-esteem is poor performance. All of us want to be associated with success. And so when we perform poorly in school, we perform poorly at our workplaces, our businesses are not doing well, then our esteem go down, our expectations go down. The other thing that causes our esteem to go low is life stressors. Financial instability, broken relationship can make us have low self-esteem. So guys, how do we rebuild our esteem when it is low? Number one, we need to set small, easy goals for ourselves. Putting big expectations may have setbacks in our esteem. Number two, identify that negative voice that tells you that you can't make it, that you can't go far, that you cannot perform. So identify that negative voice and deal with it. Then take care of your body. When we dress well, when we are confident in our skin, then our esteem is boosted. The other thing, reconnect with things that make you happy. It could be that boat ride, it could be a movie, it could be anything, a walk in the nature. So reconnect with things that you are passionate about that will build your esteem. Take care of your emotions. We're going later to talk about emotion intelligence, and when we are able to hold our emotions, when we are able to control our emotions, then our self-esteem also is controlled. Tell yourself that you are able. That's a feeling that you're good enough. And yes, you're good enough. All of us have potential to do exploit, to do abundantly, exceedingly, more than we can imagine, if only we fought that feeling of fear within ourselves. And that is what we are calling self-esteem. Don't fear making mistakes. We are about to make mistake once in lifetime. So don't fear that. The other thing, Sometimes some people are overly confident. So is it okay to be overly confident or to have overly self-esteem? Yes, sometimes when you are overconfident, people mistake it with arrogance, with pride, and we get that feeling of rigidity and dogmatic. We feel that our way is the right way. So we should also avoid being overly confident or having over self-esteem in quote, because it can be equated to, to arrogance and to pride. The other thing, how do we maintain our self-esteem? Number one, stop comparing yourself with others, and especially during this time where we have social media and everybody want to show their best side of life or the best life. If you compare yourself with others, your esteem is bound to go low. So avoid comparing yourself with others. Then overcome perfectionism. I mean, we said we are all bound to make mistakes. So accept that you are human in nature. As you go along life, you're bound to make mistakes. Accept them and then learn from your mistake. And when we can learn from others, let's learn from others. That's why we read books. That is why we watch movies, so that we don't necessarily learn from our own mistakes. We can learn from the mistake of others. Then identify what you are good at. All of us have talents. All of us have gifts that are innate. So if we are good at something, you're good at football, go out, give it your best shot. You're good at making movies, go out. You're good at art, do it. So identify what you are good at and go with it. My parting shot, let's burn the bridges. So bridges that causes you fear, bridges that causes you not move forward, bridges that causes you have self-low esteem, let's burn them. No giving up on ourselves, and then let's take back control of our lives in our hearts, so that our decisions are not made by others. So bye.